are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Okay, break.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Buccaneers are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's Gallup on the slant. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Deep ball there on second down, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that will be the last shot that they take in this game.
Come up now, 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
When I watch that, I talk about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head in, locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Aaron Siposs on the punt as he'll get this one away now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
2nd and 11. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now here's the option play going left. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field. They're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The kick by Elliott is good. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. First down, here's White. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Down right around the 25. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the game starts. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Cut, ready? 77 look.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Second and goal from the 1. On the sneak, it's Hurts, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3.
Buccaneers 3. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
Ready?
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
Well, when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 48 yards. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Elliott Good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They begin with a run by Fournette. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st down, Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A stop made defensively by Mike Edwards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott Good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Peyton Turner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your board material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Slot man moves right. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Unlock line! Unlock line! Ready?
He'll drop to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On second down, here's Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 73 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another run here with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with the 1st and 10. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Up the gun, Fournette. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Here's White. They set up the screen. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
2nd and 2. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Fournette is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. And you can sense the frustration now as they're going to drop him again behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Jose Borregales for the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll run with Sanders. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Buccaneers 10. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides.